This next project I'm really excited about because I want to try, I'm a woodworker, right? And I'm dabbling in leatherworking. I've gotten a little more comfortable with it, but now I want to try to combine the two. This project may or may not work. We're gonna cross our fingers, try our best, and hope for the best. One thing that sells really well that I've made in the past and continue to make is coasters, of all things. 3 3/4 by 3 3/4 coasters. Obviously I just make them out of wood currently and install a bottle opener on the bottom, and they've sold really well in just like little retail outlets that I've got going on and online. So I want to try to make some more coasters. This is what I have so far. This is just a piece of cherry that's 3/8 of an inch thick, 3 3/4 inch wide, square. I had some leftover cherry from a cabinet door project that I did recently, so stick around for that video. I had quite a few offcuts that I decided to make into coasters. And all I've done so far is rip them down on the table saw to 3 3/4 inches wide, and then transition to a miter sled and then literally cut them 3 3/4 inches thick. So they're exactly 3 3/4 inches square. From there, I found this little plastic washer kicking around my shop. Decided to make that my radius. I want like a little bit of a fillet on each corner. So I just traced that guy. And then I walked it back over to my table saw, and I always say this, but you guys know I really love the sanding disc that I got from Mike Farrington. I don't have like another form of very aggressive sander, so I took it over to that and rounded those corners off. They're not exactly perfect like maybe if I had done it on a CNC machine, but they're pretty darn close. And then I just headed over to my little built-in router table that I kind of made into my table saw there, and I put an 1/8 inch chamfer around the outside edge, and now we're left with this. I hit it with like a piece of 220 sandpaper, and now I'm just gonna go throw some spray lacquer on it. One of the things when it comes to making stuff like this, especially if you decide to like sell them in some kind of setting, even if it's just a farmer's market, you do have to try to get pretty efficient at it. So I'm not going crazy detailed. Again, I just threw a chamfer on there, hit it with some sandpaper. I'm gonna throw some spray lacquer on it. These are all very quick processes, and then we should have some stock to work with. So I've got 2 here that are unfinished, but I made a whole bunch earlier. So I'll do like the Martha Stewart, take it out of the oven and swap out real quick. Boom, look at that. So here's several of these I made. Again, same thing I just explained, but with some spray lacquer on it. And let me explain what I'm doing here with the leather, because so far we just have little wooden squares. My thought is, I've only chamfered and finished one side of these, and I left this blank. I'd like to apply some cement to this, some cement to leather, stick that to there, and then have, well, it'd be a wooden coaster with a leather top, or vice versa. Not only am I going to try to cement the leather to the wood, I also want to try to sew it. So my thought is, and this is where things could go drastically wrong, instead of using my pricking irons to go all the way through the leather, I would just use them to mark my stitch pattern on the leather, and then I'd come back in with a really small drill bit and drill down through the leather, down through the wood, and then I could stitch through the leather and the wood all the way around. That's the theory. Now, I wish I had a drill press, because that would probably make everything a little more uniform, but we'll try it on one. If it works out, we'll do a whole bunch of them. All right, so have some coasters. These are all glued up, and honestly, they're very cool just like this, with the cherry on the bottom and the leather on the top. I could probably just laser something on there and call it a day, but I really want to try this stitching technique. So let's kind of zoom in and I'll show you what we're gonna do. So our first task here is to mark where our stitching's gonna go. You guys have seen this probably in some previous videos, and I'm taking it in a little bit because I don't want to punch too hard and split this cherry wood. So our stitch is gonna go about 1/4 inch, 3/16 of an inch in. And again, this pull-up leather marks really well. So just slowly work your way around those corners. All right, so now we got a nice even line all the way around the outside. And now, because I want it to match everything else we do, so I'm gonna use my same pricking irons, except for, like I said, I'm just gonna use these to mark the holes. I'm not gonna hit them hard and drive them through the leather because I don't wanna split the wood. So watch, I'm just gonna give them like a really light tap. Just like, that's it. I'll use my single to kind of get a nice even corner. Even lighter with this one because you could easily split the wood. There. Now that that's marked, I'm just gonna bring in a piece of scrap wood here. Boy, it's not the flattest piece of scrap, but that's all right. So now I'm gonna come in, this is where a drill press would be handy because I could mark, all these holes would go straight up and down. What I have here is a drill and it's got a 1/16 inch drill bit in it, and I'm just gonna try my best. So I'm gonna try to drill a hole through each one of these marked stitch holes, work my way all the way around, and then attempt to sew it. Look at that. Worked pretty well. It's a little tedious. You know, the bottom, you can see my holes aren't perfectly aligned, which is because I don't have a drill press, but I think once it's stitched, we can kind of deal with it. Let's head over to the stitching pony, and we'll use some white thread and saddle stitch this thing.
You're worth so much for feeling. Paint a picture for me.
How cool. So it worked. Shouldn't act so surprised, but how cool is that? It's like I sewed right through the wood. All right, time for the satisfying bit here. Take our edge beveler, weaver number 2, and we'll run around the outside.
All I see are shades of gray. Show me what your eyes are seeing. Electric blue.
Gorgeous. All right, I'm gonna burnish this edge and then we'll take a look.
Are we built to last? Will you stay for good? Are you from the
This edge beveler works pretty good as a burnisher, I'm realizing. For this edge, anyway. Very happy with that. there you have it. These are so cool. I'm so pumped about how these came out. This is just an idea I had, and when things like that work out, I get pretty excited. So I'm gonna see how these sell, and I will keep you guys posted. You could always laser something on here, stamp it, burn it, engrave it, do something else cool. I think I'll just leave these ones blank. I've got a nice little stack of them here, and those are gonna get shipped off to a little bed and breakfast where I have some of my stuff for sale. So I'll keep you posted. Stay tuned. A couple more leatherworking videos coming out soon, so make sure you subscribe. If you share this video, I would really, really appreciate it. And again, I will link everything I use down in the description, so feel free to check that out. Even if you're shopping for something else, if you hit my link, it always helps me out a little bit. So appreciate you sticking around. We'll see you next time.